Kirishima Red Right. Okay, so you get this guy free to play after about 15 minutes of play. He's like the third character you get along the way in your progression. And for PvP, I really like what this guy can do. I don't play him personally normally, but I think he's an absolute beast. I don't consider him like a top tier unit, but he's one of those units that's always relevant due to the mind games that he makes you play. So we're going to go through his skills and then jump into some PvP where hopefully I don't suck. So let's get into it. Okay, so we'll kick it off with his quirk ability. Down the bottom, you do see that bar. Now, that bar is just going to gradually build up as he attacks. So you can see we're just going to smack this dude, keep building it up. And when it does get to full, it's going to gradually just decrease. But during that period, he does get a damage increase. So if we just smack this guy a few more times with basic attacks, you'll see we'll hit max. One more. And there you go. And you can see up here, up the top left, we've got a buff of plus 25%. So that is what's going on with that one. Then we have the active quirk ability, which we're going to press, and it's going to give us 100% damage mitigation while it's up. So it's not too bad. You can put it on if you see him coming. You can take it off. So it's not one that you have to have full to be able to use. It's just like, you know, we're not at full, but we can still activate it, release it, and then activate it whenever we want. So we got that. Mitigation. Really nice. Now, Kirishima, the ability that makes this guy, in my opinion, is his Q. It's a counter that deals truckloads of damage, and it plays mind games with your opponent. If this ability is ready to use and your opponent knows it, they're going to be very tentative about engaging, and that's what makes this guy so strong, even in like high-end PvP. Because of the mind games you can play and the different things you can do. Now, we'll go through his Q. So basically, I'll set this guy to attack. First off, if we don't have anyone attack us, he's going to use this Q, and eventually he will punch anyway, with a bit of lunge on it. But the idea is to use it just before someone hits you. So if we let this guy attack us, and we go ahead and press the Q, you can see we do this big counter, and it does truckloads of damage. So that is the counter. Absolute fantastic skill. Let's stop this guy attacking. Next up, we have the W. Now, W you can charge. We can see at base, it does a leap. Now, you can, if we go to this, you can actually charge this ability, and he'll actually go a bit further at the max range and do a bigger explosion. I don't like charging it for PvP unless they're like knocked down. Like if the enemy's knocked down and they're in their invincible state and you can jump back a little bit and you can charge this up and then launch as they're coming out, maybe, but I'm just not a big fan. The way I like to see this used, and I see it used a lot, is for Kirishima, if he starts at range, it's a bit difficult for him. But if he starts near the enemy and the enemy tries to run, which a lot of time they will because they're too scared of that counter, it's a really good technique that you can do. You can lunge at them like that and dash to them, and then basic attack and then dash, and then basic attack dash, and then use the W again. And he just eventually will connect. It's just too hard to run away from this guy once you're at close range. Then we have the E ability. Now this E ability looks like a gap closer. In PvP, I don't like using it as a gap closer. Once you hit them, you can spam that E button and it will let you keep doing head smashes. So that's the cool thing about it. But for that one, I prefer that one more as a combo, because if you use this and in PvP the enemy dodges you, you're just open to attack. So I hate using it as a charger. But I prefer using it as sort of just a base combo extender. So, for instance, if we reset our cooldowns, you know, if we jump on them like this and they're knocked back, we can hit them with that, and then we can start smacking them with our head, and that's the way I prefer to use it. But that is pretty much it. And then we do obviously have his ultimate. Can deal some nice damage. All ultimates are the same. You don't want to get hit by him. It hurts. So that it's a pretty cool ultimate though. And that is Kirishima. Like I said, the way I normally see him played in PvP is bring him out as a counter to something, play the mind games with the counter. Once it's gone, normally shift out. If you're near an enemy, just keep on them like that and keep dashing and punching and using W to gap close. And pretty much the gist. Like I said, I'm not too good with him, but we'll see if we can demonstrate some PvP. Okay, we're here in unranked games because it's not the time, but my guy's, he's only level 20 with like no gear and stuff, so he's not like overpowered on levels and stuff like that. So we'll see how we go. We might just get absolutely dominated. Like I said, I'm not great at playing him, just showing you to demonstrate the play style. But there are some people that are really, really good at him. So against the Deku, I'm just going to start with a couple basic attacks, anticipating his lunge, but I don't want to waste my Q straight up. Yeah, that was bad by me. So as you can see, we can counter here. Actually missed it. Oh, well, I'm bad. I'm doing exactly what I said not to do. But hey, let's just do this. See if we can hit him a couple more times. And then do the Q. See if he'll engage. No engage. Rip. I don't know if this is a bot, because it feels like he's not really doing much. There we go. That's a perfect counter. And that's what I mean. It's all about that counter. Unfortunately, I haven't played him enough to be comfortable with when to use everything. Kirishima versus Kirishima. This is a silly fight. Like I said, you don't want to use that as a gap close. You want to open with that? No. Losing the Kirishima v Kirishima. See if you'll dodge. I mean, counter. Yeah, there it is. Yes, got it. Get the counter out. Oh, got him. Nice. Like I said, I don't like using it for that, but we will if we have to. Oh, gets the counter again. Oop, 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 oop. Got the counter. Okay. Whew, I apologize for being bad at Kirishima, but he's absolutely fantastic. I have so much trouble fighting against him, but like any character in the game, it takes you a while to get good at them. So... and you can see that damage that comes out of it. Yeah, that count is like just so much damage comes out of it. It's really nice. I think that was a bot, so we'll do one more fight just for the just to watch me get demolished by someone. Because if that was an actual player, I would have been destroyed. I would have been 100% relying on Deku and Momo because another greatest, like I said. You can be an absolute. Oh no, not. Oh, we just straight up lose this. Okay, we had Aizawa Spankers, then we had 2 more battles against bots. This is my last chance, guys. This is my last chance at trying to demonstrate him. But like I said, I wouldn't play him as a starting character. He's a pivot for me. You swap in and swap out of him. You don't just leave him in. Let's just do this type of gameplay. Follow it up with that smack. And like I said, the headbutt I like to use as a combo builder. And she should get her shield up after this one. Yeah, there it is. So we can stay, let her hit us and counter. No, she didn't do it. Whoop. I wonder if he can hit her with this. I'm curious. No, ain't no chance of that. Against that, you can just put your use your quirk anyway and avoid that. I think this is another bot, to be honest. So this is very sad. We had the one player, but it was an Aizawa. And when you suck at a character, trying to find an Aizawa, even on your best character, is not an easy thing to do. So, rip the dream. Can we use an ult? Let's try it. No, we missed it. We missed the ult. Rip the dream. There we go, land a kill. I didn't want to do that because now we lost our quirk bar. And then we should be able to go into some headbutts. Yeah, I think this is another bot. Unfortunately, we didn't get any good games, but luckily because, you know, I'm pretty bad at him still, so. There we go, got the counter for the finish. And you know what's a bot? When it's like I feel like bots are harder to use the counter against. Oh, rip, wasted that. There we go, there we go. But yeah, like I said, definitely a bot. Yeah, I still think so. Bots run into walls like that. Got the counter. Nice. And got that. Okay. There you go. That's Kirishima. Like I said, I'm going to play him a bit more and practice him because I know he can be an absolute beast. And I've seen him do, like I've been demolished by Kirishimas in PvP. Just the mind games, if you land that right counter, because the counter does so much damage, if you make one mistake against a countering Kirishima, it's just like game over. But hey, that is going to be this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.